Hey everybody, this is Michael, aka Faithful Raider. Just checking in for my HCG diet. Today is VLCD 6, and man, it just feels like I just did the other video. Today was really fast day, mainly because the other one was done so late at night. I'm doing this one a little bit earlier tonight, so but things are going well. Today I was not hungry at all again. In fact, this is working really well. Yeah, not a single thought of hunger today. And today could have been a tough day because it was my daughter's big birthday party, and there was pizza and cake and drinks and all kind of fun stuff. So, but I wasn't tempted to have any of it. So, yay for that. And I'm sure it was just because of this. I mean, obviously I wasn't on this diet, I would have eaten a ton. For my food today, I have only eaten once today. I had my chicken, and that's it. I didn't have an apple, didn't have my vegetable, didn't have my breadstick, didn't have anything. So I was thinking since I didn't have dinner last night, in the last 2 days, yesterday and today, I have had, 2 servings of chicken, so 200 grams of chicken, 1 apple, and some vegetables. Crazy, right? And I'm not hungry. That's insane for me to even fathom. I probably need to eat more. I know protocol says that if you're not hungry, you can not eat. I don't know if me not eating is good or bad, so I'm assuming I should probably be eating even if I'm not very hungry. So I probably should get back to eating twice a day. But today I wasn't hungry, and I figured I'd just go without. I'm gonna eat dinner tonight though, just because of what I was thinking, that I don't want to skip too much. So I'll have the regular dinner tonight. So for the weigh-in this morning, I was 314.4. So I haven't calculated how much that is down. What was I started at? 328. So 314.4. 13.6 pounds. I think that's right. So pretty good. I think I'm glad I'm getting to the 1.5, 2 pounds kind of losses. I honestly feel like that I'm doing better than what I was doing for the first few days. So, because I think it's working when I'm at that weight. My water intake, the worst I've done so far. I probably have 32 ounces maybe down. Maybe I need to definitely drink another 32 ounces tonight before I go to bed. So, and I can feel that I'm actually pretty thirsty. So, I will definitely do that. So I was kind of philosophizing. Is that a word? Just thinking about things with the HCG diet. And, I'm still kind of improving myself. Is this something that I can sustain? Is it going to be, working in the long term? I can do anything for a couple days, a week, 2 weeks. Heavens, I did that Master Cleanse lemonade drink for 2 weeks. Yeah. So I can definitely do this. But, for the number of pounds I need to lose, for the weight that I need to drop, to be in a healthy, not obese, even not overweight, I have a long way to go. And today I was definitely thinking that I have made this week kind of like a sprint. It has felt like, I hurried and ordered all my stuff. My brother was definitely inspiring me to do it. So I got my stuff ordered. My stuff came really fast. Oh, crap. Now I got to get my supplies. Got my supplies. Oh, when am I going to start? I wanted to wait till after my daughter's birthday parties and everything, but I had everything. I might as well just jump on in. So started really fast. Got my injections going, did my load days. And, all of a sudden here I'm on day 6. This past week and a half has just felt like a sprint. And I need to stop and think about, this is a marathon. This is a year, probably, total between, 4 rounds or whatever I'm gonna need to drop the weight. So I was really kind of like, what can I do to put my mindset into making the long, transition from this week to Max to doing the long-term kind of, thought process. So I'm not quite sure, and if there's any ideas of more experienced people who have done that. How do you kind of get your mind ready to do long-term HCG protocols? So that would be helpful. So I'm kind of trying to remind myself, don't worry about too much about, your losses every day. Just stay on protocol and the losses will come. Try not to worry about like what day it is. I mean, I do these videos every day, just for my own sake and hopefully to help other people. But as I look back on them, kind of, having them done daily to kind of get my mind, where I was at that day and how things were going and what I did well and what I didn't, what I need to improve on, has already kind of helped me a little bit. But I don't want to focus too much on, I'm on day 6, I'm on day 7, like through the day, I'll remember it when I come do the videos, but I just need to be like, this is like life now, so don't worry about too much, don't worry about the HCG too much, wake up, do your weight, do your injection, and then go about my day. That's what I'm going to try to do. I definitely have noticed this last week, I've been a lot of focus on HCG. I've been reading up on it, been on the forums, been on YouTube and watching videos and making comments. So this week, HCG has really occupied my mind a lot. And that's probably good for this first week. I definitely needed that. But I think as I get going, I need to be like, okay, this is my life now. So I need to, just worry about life. This is just one part of everything that I do every day. So hopefully, definitely the way I'm feeling today was, my mind was not on HCG. It wasn't on food. It wasn't on eating. It was, kick back in the morning, actually have a Saturday morning to enjoy, relax, get ready for my daughter's party, and then we went, had a good time tonight, and now just gotta watch a few videos and go to bed and eat my dinner. So I'm getting into that, daily routine of, not worrying so much about the actual HCG and just doing it. Hopefully my water gets there too. Max, get down. Yes, excuse me. That my water becomes a daily routine, because right now it's not. So hopefully that will come to you. But that's really, I think, the missing key in everything. I think I've got everything else down. But just having, once that's under control and I'm drinking water normally, I think I'll be able to go through the whole day without really thinking about HCG, because it'll be just part of my daily life. So, yeah. Another things I kind of wanted to think about talk about was, again, reiterate the no hunger. For people who haven't watched some of my other videos or my intro, I was a big eater, and I guess I technically still am. If I stopped HCG in 3 days from now, I'd probably be eating huge again. I'm one who ate huge portions, and would constantly eat. I mean, I would never really feel full. Like, I'd eat, and then I would, wait a little bit, half an hour sometimes, an hour later, and I'm making something else to eat. And I figured, like, the first thing I made was enough to fill me up, and it wasn't. So, a lot of times, like, if I had to go out to eat, like this year I had kind of made like a goal of not really eating out as much. And the first couple months, sorry, my cat is being bad. Max. Anyway, I made a goal to not eat out as much. And the first month, 2 months, January and February, I think we had only eaten out maybe once or twice. And I noticed like how much money we were saving doing that. But on a side note, I remember like when I would eat out, how much food I would actually have to buy for myself to feel full. And then in March we started eating out more. We kind of got away from that. And But yeah, I would be like if I were to go to like get a hamburger. Like my favorite hamburger is In-N-Out. Sorry, this is gonna be a little bit of food porn on here, but anyway, that's the point. My favorite food is In-N-Out and double double, bam. But I could eat double double and fries, and like won't even touch my hunger. Like, so if I'm going home and I know that there's nothing else that I'm gonna eat at home, and I need to grab something, even though it's my favorite, I wouldn't go there because I know that, you know, one, and it's not gonna be enough, and I don't want to buy two. I don't want to buy two double doubles and two fries. But a lot of my eating out decisions were totally based on quantity of food. If this is not big enough to fill me up, like where I feel totally full, then I wouldn't get it. So like honestly, like if I was coming home early, like if I had a day off early from clinic, like coming home for lunchtime for the, you know, I've only worked half day, which happens once in a while because I work night clinics too. But I like, well, what am I gonna get this going home? And I would get like a pizza, and then I would have like half the pizza for for lunch, and half the pizza for dinner. But I eat a whole pizza in a day. That's just the kind of things that I would do. And then like afterwards I'd have popcorn or ice cream or something like that. And you know, in the afternoon I'd probably have a snack too. So yeah, it's just uncontrollable kind of like hunger, like just eating to be full. And so most of my eating decisions were based on that. And most of the things I prepared were prepared in large quantities, even though we don't need that much, but you know, I could eat a whole bunch if when I cook food at home. So I always make large quantities even though I didn't have to, because I knew that I could go back and have seconds and thirds. So for people who aren't sure, I mean, especially people with large appetites like myself, who aren't sure if HCG will help with that, in my experience, it has definitely been an eye-opener in terms of how well it controls hunger. It's been shocking to me I mean, the last 2 days, I've hardly eaten anything. I mean, 500 calories maybe in 48 hours? Is that right? I haven't eaten dinner yet, so that'll be more, but pretty much. Because not counting the dinner from Thursday night, I have definitely eaten less than 500 calories. Including that dinner, I probably have had 500. So, and I haven't felt hungry in any of that time in the last 2 days. So, what I was thinking of was, if someone had come to me in the past and said, if there was some medical procedure or some shot or something that you can take or do that would remove hunger from your brain and your body, would you have the willpower to then eat in a way that you would lose weight? I know that's a tough question, and I've kind of thought about that today, because the HCG really makes it that kind of situation. It takes, from what I've noticed for me, the physiological need that your body expresses for food through hunger, and turns it into, can you mentally sustain this kind of restricted diet? Where you don't have your body saying, I need to eat, I need to eat, I need to eat. It becomes more of a mind game of, wow, this sounds really good. Oh, I'd really like this. And tempted to break protocol for lots of peer pressure, parties. Tonight, my daughter's birthday party, and she offered me a piece of cake, just not thinking. And I told her I couldn't have it, and she's like, oh yeah, your diet. So, if hunger is not included in these situations, will we have the strength and willpower to say, no thanks, I'm good with what I'm supposed to be eating? And even that is sometimes hard to eat that much. So I think for people starting or who are looking into HCG, you kind of have to prepare yourself for that. That was something, my brother told me, oh, I'm never hungry, I'm not hungry on this diet. And, I'm like, come on, really? Never hungry? But until I've experienced it myself, it's true that, you really do get to a point, where there is no hunger, and it becomes strictly a matter of will. Can I say no to everything that's been responsible for my weight gain in the past? In a situation where you don't have choice, I mean, if you were, like, I know in the protocol, it's described where patients are there on an inpatient basis. They're preparing all their foods. So if you were in a hospital setting and you had all your foods prepared for you, you didn't have options where you could cheat, it's a no-brainer. You don't have any options. But in a world where temptation is, a few steps away in the kitchen for most of us, or in the middle of making dinner for our families, or just a phone call away for a delivery, it becomes where this diet is mental, so mental compared to other diets that I've done where it's, fighting the hunger, fighting the, trying to look for ways to not be hungry and deal with the hunger when it comes. This diet has been way more of a, am I in the mindset to be able to, eat this and, eat this protocol, eat this way of eating for 30, 40 days, and then similarly for another 6 weeks after that, and then again for another round, and then again for 8 weeks on another phase 3. How long can you mentally sustain this diet? I don't know. Hopefully I can. But I can definitely see that it is a mind game. It is definitely a willpower thing. It's in my situation. I know everyone is in different situations and they have different experiences with their diets. But for me, because the hunger equation is, the hunger situation is out of the equation, it is, can I do this? Can I do this on my own strength, just with my mind deciding what I'm going to eat? And I don't know. I hope so. But it is interesting. It's an interesting experiment. It's an interesting discovery of our own bodies and how our bodies and our minds work. So much of my earlier, I think in the first few days, and I'd like to go back and watch my videos to see, but I think in the first days where I was, past being sick, my hunger was almost certainly emotional. Like an emotional connection, like it's this certain time I want to eat this, and then my mind would say no, and then the hunger would go away, or what I perceived as hunger would go away. And it makes me think how much of my eating previously was emotional compared to, truly needing food. And I was kind of scared to think that I bet most, if not, 90% of the times I ate was on some basis emotionally based. Like the things I chose were based more on my mood. Like if I ever was in a bad mood or not feeling well and I had a choice to eat junk food, I definitely would. Or eat, high calorie, high fat food that's going to make you gain weight kind of choices. So hopefully the one thing I can take out of this, whether I lose weight or not, whether, my round is successful in the long run, I think now, because the hunger is taken out, if I'll be able to open my mind to be able to see maybe what's causing that emotional eating, and when this is over, what I can do to kind of, control that or curtail it a little bit. And that way, when I'm off this protocol, and whether it's been successful or not, that I'll be able to eat in a way that's not driven by emotion, where it's just more driven by, by choice, and hope that will hopefully make my choices of eating down the road, more healthy. anyway, just kind of rambled. Don't want to get too philosophical there, but those are the kind of things that are going through my mind. One thing I was kind of looking for, I know my brother kind of talked about a little bit, and other people have said, is this euphoria that you get on HCG after you've been on it for a little while. I don't think I've gotten there yet. I'm kind of looking forward to that, though, just to see how that is. I did feel today that, you know, my mind was definitely more clear. My energy level was good, especially, I mean, for as many calories as I've eaten in the last 48 hours, my energy level is probably pretty awesome. Again, I did want to note that any kind of exertion definitely wears me out. Like, okay, check this out. Had to wrap my daughter's presents, and we were kind of in a hurry because we needed to get to the party. So ran out, you know, where I had hidden her presents, grabbed them, you know, took them in the living room, threw them on the floor, opened up the gift wrap, hurried and wrapped them. And I was rushing and cutting and all these other things. And I did like 4 presents. And on the last present, I was wiping sweat from my brow. Seriously, really? I was winded, and it was just kind of a little ridiculous. But we went to we went roller skating. I did not go roller skating, thank you. But she went roller skating. She went roller skating. And a couple times I went on the floor with her and kind of walked. She's just barely learning how to skate, and she is really kind of scared of it. And the place we went had like these little, it kind of looked like walkers on wheels, to kind of hold you as you learn to roller skate, and she really dug that, and she was zooming on those. But I had gone out with her a few times to walk with her around the rink, and you know, I felt okay. I never felt dizzy or tired or sweaty. And then, you know, the rest of the night we were doing like bouncy houses and jungle gym and stuff like that, and I wasn't really doing them, but I was on my feet walking around from one to another and playing games and stuff like that, and all that, it was fine. It was just kind of weird that I kind of got wore out wrapping presents. So it's kind of hit and miss on what things I can do. I think because I'm on my feet all day when we were at the roller skating the party, I could be on my feet and it didn't bug me because it's things I normally do. But I don't know why the gift wrapping kind of wore me out. I did notice that, you know, taking my daughter upstairs, as I mentioned in another video, kind of wears me out if she falls asleep downstairs here. So I kind of thought about, you know, incorporating some exercise. I'm a little bit leery of that now, so I'm probably not going to at the moment. We'll see if I end up at a stall. I might do that to kind of break things up, but right now I think I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, you know, regular day-to-day stuff, and not incorporate any exercise. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and have my dinner. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to make it today. Still looking, the chicken's getting a little bit boring. But I think, you know, now that I've been thinking about it, the boringness isn't so much like how it's prepared, I think. It's the fact that it's food. And I'm just not hungry. You know, I could totally go to bed tonight and not eat and wake up tomorrow and be fine. Hunger-wise. But because I'm feeling like I have to force myself to eat, I feel like the food is not very appealing. So even if it was something else, I don't think it would be appealing. So I'll make my chicken right now. We'll see. I could go for a little bit of flavor on it, but I don't know. I'm probably just going to get it down and work on my water. My water. Anyway. Well, have a good night, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.